Welcome back to La Huge Yanks, where we talk everything Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. Tonight we're doing a recap of this CONCACAF 2022 World Cup qualifying match between the United States and Jamaica. Where in this one, the United States wins a 2-0 win over Jamaica in Austin, Texas. Sold out Q2 Stadium. It was just a beautiful sight to see. Just a crowd full of USA, and even it was just great. You know, definitely a win they needed. After especially dropping points at home against Canada. So you somewhat replace those points. Although, as this team, I'm going to talk about later, how this team was kind of humbled by this last September World Cup qualifying window. So I'll get to that. But right now, let's go to the starting lineup of the USA. Right now, we have, in this round, we have Matt Turner in net, Serginho Dest, Walker Zimmerman, Tyler Adams, Anthony Robinson, Giannis Musa, Paul Arriola, Weston McKennie. By the way, welcome back to the team, Weston McKennie, Brendan Aronson, Miles Robinson, and Ricardo Pepi last, and definitely not least in this game, which we're about to find out why he is not least in this game. First minute, we already are off to the races here. Come on, 20 seconds in, Arriola is already off to the races, one-on-one. TSC Kamal Miller, let me get that right. Yeah, Kamal Lawrence. He just pulls on Paul Arriola's shirt from behind. 20 seconds in, Arriola this is clearly dog soul. How is this not a red card? Referee gives a yellow card. He gives a yellow card. But once again, because there's no VAR in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, this is not a red card. And by the way, the ref, we'll have a lot to say about him later on during the game, but he's a rookie. And yes, I understand, that the game just started, and you obviously don't want to make a controversial, a call right here, right? But I'm sorry, but this is a red. Come on, it's dog. So Paul Arriola was clearly in. Kamal Lawrence tugs him from behind. This is a red all day for me. And even as the announcer said it, no matter if it's 20 seconds in or the 90th minute, this is a red. And it should always be a red. But nope, because the ref, and apparently he did the same thing with Mexico in the Gold Cup game as well as a few other games he's refed. Of course, this has to be his first ever World Cup qualifying refereeing match. And first half was god-awful. Second half too, but second half, I kind of let off the gas on him a little bit because the USA started scoring. But I'm sorry, first 20 seconds in, you gotta reach for the back pocket here. But play goes on, and we all know why there is no VAR in CONCACAF, which is an absolute travesty now these days in 2021. It's because other countries don't have the necessary infrastructure to support it. And that's just, even Taylor Twellman said it. If you know you're going to host a World Cup match at a venue, wouldn't you invest ahead of time to go ahead and get this stuff figured out and try and go ahead and have VAR for these matches? There is no excuse. He's right. There is no excuse why VAR should not be in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. But enough ranting. I'm going to drag this out. I'm going to rant on it anyway later on. I want to go to the 19th minute, though, where Brendan Aronson sends a beautiful ball to Anthony Robinson, and he has options in the box, but he just puts way too much mustard on this as he whips it across and just misses everyone. Come on, man. If you just would have got that just right, don't put too much mustard on. That could have been a 1-0 USA lead right there. But Anthony Robinson, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He is young, yes, but and once again, the chemistry is still trying to be worked out there for the USA. But too much mustard. Way too much mustard there. Mustard sandwich. 33-minute. Another controversial call. Here's where I'm going to ramble out the ref again. Brendan Aronson is one-on-one. Once again, he's pulled from behind. From this time, it looks like it's from Damian Lowe. And once again, it's only a yellow. This time, it looks like it was on the edge, apparently, or on the line of the penalty box. Come on, ref. Again, I don't care if it's his first offense. This is another dog soul moment. Brendan Aronson was off to the races. Then again, one can also say, yeah, he got a little bit of ball, but even then, some analysis say that, yeah, just because you get the ball doesn't mean you can follow through with your tackle, with a nasty tackle. Like, come on. Damian Lowe, very lucky once again. I mean, he's very lucky to only get a yellow card and not get a red. Jamaica should be playing 9 on 11 at this point. But, hey, once again, there is no VAR in CONCACAF. And we know why. Travesty. But, once again, another controversial call. And just, Late in the first half, Jamaica tries to strike it, but it's not really anything. But Jamaica, they do try and find a couple more minimums in their shots, but USA really hasn't tested Andre Blake here in the first half, which, in short, USA had to find more chances in the second half. So first half, we can it was centered around the ref with this 2 controversial calls, but overall, looking at the U.S., bringing the focus back to the USA, the play's got to be better. I mean, they had to find some shots here on net. They haven't really tested Andre Blake in the first half, which was not good. But in the last action of the first half, a clear cut, once again, Paul Ariola gets shoved in the back. Clear cut foul. No call this time from the ref, and he just blows the halftime whistle. He's basically saying, I don't care. I mean, okay, yes, that one's kind of small because, if he didn't call the first 2, why would he call this one? So, that one is okay, yeah. Really didn't have any reaction out of that. I want to go to the 48th minute, though. The USA comes out swinging out of the half as the Team USA has a brilliant build-up as, Serginho Dest gets it. He sends it right to Ricardo Pepi. Ricardo Pepi buries it. Giannis Musa also gets in a little bit, too, to Serginho Dest. A little play action here. And just finally, the USA breaks the deadlock. 1-0 for the Yanks. As once again, his wonder boy, Ricardo Pepi, dual national, Mexican-American, getting it done. And back-to-back games where he gets 2 massive goals that can actually turn the tide of the whole game. And then, could this be a momentum shift, as I asked, Are the USA finally going to start peppering Andre Blake? Well, 62nd minute, the USA team gets another golazo. Great build-up once again. This time it's Brendan Anderson it comes from Paul Ariola, and he crosses it right to Ricardo Pepi again, and he buries it. Time, space in the world, 2-0 Yanks. That's 3 goals now in 2 matches for the Wonder Kid, and all of a sudden the USA is all, from this point on to the end of the match, basically. The USA just finds chances into Jamaica's back. Zardes would actually come in and have a few ones. Jamaica would save a few off the line. So really, really close calls here from Jamaica. And surprisingly, I really thought the USA could have easily won 4-0, maybe 5-0 if they would have just buried the chances here. Paul Ariola had a few good looks here too, but Andre Blake had a few good saves too. Give Andre Blake credit, MLS goalkeeper of the year. He's good. But into the match, as I said, Yanks win it here, 2-0 in Austin, Texas, at Q2 Stadium over the Reggae Boys. And, just really, really good here from the USA to just find those, as I said, those lost points in a way, like they did against Canada. And at a pro-American crowd, you needed this one if you were the USA. And they did take care of business without Pulisic and without Reina. So, they do get the 3 points, putting them right now first in the standings. And so, let's go to the stats. And the USA outshoots Jamaica 17-5. 7 of those shots for the USA on target, while only 1 of those for Jamaica. 62% possession to 38% possession for the USA. 510 passes completed to 320 for Jamaica. 86% pass accuracy to 75% for Jamaica. 12 fouls to 8. No yellow card for the USA to 2 for Jamaica. No red cards. Those 2 yellow cards should have been the 2 red cards for Jamaica, but it is what it is. USA still wins. They don't get jobbed. 1 offside to none for the USA. 7 corners to 2 for the USA. As I said, we can start with the controversy though, but I do want to talk about, Jamaica's coach, Tata Whitmore. He is on the hot seat as, Theodore Whitmore, I meant to say. He is on the hot seat here as, Jamaica really expected him here to get 5 points in this window, and he's already dropped. I guess in that regard, dropped 3 points against the USA. Even though the USA, you're really, if you're Jamaica, and if you especially don't have all your players like Leon Bailey, you know, how would you expect to at least tie the United States? I'm sorry, but if you don't even have your A squad available, you really think you're going to get points against the USA on the road? I'm sorry, but that's kind of that's swinging for the fences there for the Jamaican Federation. Really, really optimistic there. And for this one, I don't really blame Theodore Whitmore for losing this one on the road in the United States. Come on. You're playing the USA. Yes, the USA didn't have Pulisic or Reina, but still, the USA's got depth and talent. Rather, Jamaica, due to England's restrictions, they can't send them, or they can't send their full team. I don't fault Theodore Whitmore here for them. So maybe that doesn't mean he's not off the hook, because he can still try and, I guess, once again, good luck not having your starters. You're at home, but now you're playing a Canadian team that's looking to play Mexico and looking to play them really well at Azteca. So I don't know, man. This is kind of a harsh window to really judge Theodore Whitmore's it's a hot seat on, right? You've got arguably two of the top 3 teams in the region that you're going against. Honduras too. So I don't know, man. This is kind of hard on him, but they clearly state that he's not what they want. So maybe he can, I don't know, steal a point or really seal it at home and then go on the road to Honduras and win it there. I don't know. It's a big ass. This window, it's gonna be a riot for them. So I don't expect them to get the job done. But anyway, we're shifting the focus back to the USA side. In a perfect segue too from Jamaica, it could have easily been, as I stated earlier on, could have easily been 4 or 5-0 USA if they would have buried their chances earlier on. But USA will happily take a 2-0 win over Jamaica here, as they just wanted. The way this ref was calling the game, it just seemed like, just get the win and just move on to the next one against Panama. But thankfully, Ricardo Pepi came up huge and bailed the USA out again. Once again, this guy's, really, I just really hope Ricardo Pepi sends a wake-up call to those other number 9 candidates for the USA, like Sarge Sargent. He's got to get his act together. And even Jordan Pickford, send a message out there and really state that, you got your work cut out for you guys, and really just make them get better. So I just really hope that's what he's doing. He's sending a message to them. But if the USA, if Zardes would have buried his chances too, Zardes too. If he would have buried his chances, he could have tried to at least be on equal footing with Pepi. But no, he's there was a couple credit to Andre Blake, as I said, a couple that were saved off the line, and so just Ricardo Pepi, I just hope he sends a wake-up call to those who are still in the running for the USA number 9 position. But as I said, next on the road to Panama, this is not going to be easy for the USA. Probably one of the toughest games of the window for them, going into a hostile environment. I remember last World Cup qualifier, Pulisic actually scored in Panama. But this time you don't have Pulisic, and this time you don't have Reina. So who's gonna answer the call? Who's gonna answer the bell? Is it gonna be Musa? By the way, he looked really good. Great to see him back. Great, especially see all the raves that's going around him. Him and Pepi just connecting a lot too. Great to see them just shining tonight. I just really hope they can just keep the shine out through this rest of the window for the United States. But Panama, if the USA can take 3 points at Panama, even a tie, that'll be really, really good. Because right now this USA is still undefeated, which is really, really key. Because I think last window they already lost a couple of games. They lost the first 2, and then started winning. So you're already off to a strong start here if you're the USA. But on the road to Panama, let's see if they can keep that momentum up. And then finally, as I said, and I'm gonna even talk about this even probably in the Canada video too, depending on how the ref calls that one. and how it's called. And that one, maybe not as much as this one, but CONCACAF needs VAR. How many times, even in the last window, have we seen close decision or just any other decisions that have been like called on the field due to not being there's no VAR? I mean, it's just for me, it's unacceptable. VAR, there is no reason why CONCACAF should not have VAR in their World Cup qualifying. I mean, as I said earlier on, as Taylor told me, said, I mean, if you know that you're gonna host a venue's gonna host a World Cup qualifying match, shouldn't you invest into providing VAR for that venue? I mean, to me, it's just, I mean, of course, it may be harder than it looked, but still, if you know years in advance that you're planning, even just, you have 4 years every window to plan this out. And if you know that VAR is going to be a crucial part of the game, especially in 2021, why wouldn't you invest to having that? So there are in just these two moments right here. USA, right? Could have just played Jamaica 11. They should have played 11-09. Even that controversial one that was, I don't know. It could have been a penalty. It's just all kinds of stuff that could have just could have happened. Just with if VAR was in CONCACAF, it's just really really sad, honestly, and it's an embarrassment to the world. I mean, it just only contributes to CONCACAF being the laughing stock of the world, and it's just you come on, get ahead of the curve, get VAR, and right now we're lacking. I mean, of course, the United States and Canada and even Mexico are the only ones that have VAR. Central America, we've got to get them on level footing too. But I'm just saying, CONCACAF needs VAR, and come next World Cup qualifying, even when the United States, Canada, and Mexico are hosting it, those Central America and even island nations need VAR. I mean, it's a crucial part of the game nowadays in 2021. I mean, that's just what I got to say about that. For the most part, as I say, USA gets a good 2-0 win here against Jamaica at home in Q2 Stadium in Austin. Really setting them up at the top of the table here, and it's just really great. That pretty much does it. That's all I got to say here is, USA gets a crucial win, and now that momentum, can they take that going into Panama? We'll find out over the weekend on Sunday. And so, by the way, that one in Canada play at the same exact time. So I'm going to have to do a dual screen, and probably a lot are going to have to get cut out from the two videos. So I'll probably figure out a way to make those as equal as that one. So, but for the most part, if you like this video, make sure you like it, share, subscribe it. Tell all your friends about it, And also tell all your friends that the USA are continuing their momentum run to the road to Qatar 2022.